Hello, my name is Elle and welcome to my channel. Today I'm presenting this poem I wrote as the second posting for this week entitled Child of Destiny. I hope you enjoy the video. Today's insight is inspired by Jesus' parable of the prodigal son in the Bible. The story is about a father's great love for his children. In this story, the father has two sons, where one of the sons asked the father for his inheritance and left his family to adventure far away. And then he spent all his money in wild living. After he squandered all that his father gave him, he eventually finds himself in dire straits, living worse than his father's servants. In his miserable state, the prodigal son decided to go back to his father's home remorseful, begged his father for forgiveness, and asked him to make him into one of his servants, for he felt he was no longer worthy of his father's love. But instead of casting aside his son, the father embraced him instead and bestowed upon him the same love and care that he has always provided for his children. He asked the servants to clothe him and prepare for a gathering to celebrate the son's return. On the other hand, the other son, who was working hard to serve his father and never left him, returned home from work and found out about his brother's return and his father celebrating. He got angry and resentful towards his father for taking back his wayward brother and celebrating his return while his father had not done so for him. So he refused to go and celebrate. Well, obviously, he wasn't in the best of emotions. He wasn't the best of himself. He was filled with self-pity, maybe, because, he was all working and he was so obedient and he never did anything wrong. He was always there to please his father. And then his brother was out there partying everywhere and spending all his money and stuff, didn't even help him or anything. And then after all that he has done, he comes home and his father was giving him gifts and all that stuff. Who wouldn't be angry, right? Well, his father said to him, "Son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. It was right that we should make merry and be glad, for your brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found." So this poem I wrote was a recognition of myself, being the prodigal son. I have been bestowed so many gifts by the Heavenly Father, and I squandered them with my willfulness and rebellious nature. For a long time I had been lost in the cosmos of egotistic need for attention and love, that I had forgotten who I really am. I had been drifting in space and time, looking, wanting, desiring, needing for people to acknowledge me and give me crumbs of love along the way. But the thing is, I am loved unconditionally. All I needed to do was acknowledge the value of myself and return to where I came from, a place of divine love, my destiny. Once I was lost, and now I am found. I will not go astray ever again. In our lives, we've been highly influenced by those who were around us, most especially our parents or guardians or caregivers, whoever it was that nurtured us or those who introduced us to the world. In the absence of parental guidance, the next of kin, or institutions and society in general, were our first teachers. Whatever we were made to see, or shown, or asked to do, or even done to us, were things that we learned and picked up as children and defined the values we kept as we transitioned from early youth to adulthood. And with this transition, we either add and gain things, people, and knowledge of things and people, or deduct and unlearn stuff and people we picked up along the way, which then define our abilities, skills, and self-worth. The sad thing is, most often than not, these people who influenced us didn't necessarily influence us in the best way, thereby misleading us on our own journey when we are all left to our own devices. Such lack of inner guidance can lead us to all kinds of destructive behavioral patterns that could make our lives pretty messy. Bottom line is, we must strive to understand ourselves first and know our true worth and value as an individual with or without anyone's help, so we can steer clear of toxic situations and people. We came into this world bearing the gifts of our Heavenly Father. It is innate in all of us. All we have to do is tap into it and remember who we truly are. We must not let others define us and lead us astray. Of course, life is not a playground with all the fun rides and goodies, but the thing is, we can make it fun and full of goodies if we work on it. We just have to remember that life becomes harder when we forget the essence of who we are and who we want to be. We came from love, and to love we shall return. If for everything we accomplish and gain, we have the gratitude in our hearts that the blessings are given to us by grace, then by the same grace we are humbled to return the favor to the people around us. If for every failure, pain, and disappointment we encounter, we learn to absorb the lessons it's teaching us and change whatever needs changing, then life will be easier. We must learn to forgive ourselves so we can forgive others. And then love comes. So guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope you gained something from this video. Thanks for watching and be blessed. Today's pen that I used for this video is this, which is the Pelikan Sovereign M400 in white tortoise. Very beautiful pen. In there you see an extra fine nib EF. And to go with this pen is this ink, Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. If I pronounce that right. That looks like this. Look at that, such gorgeous ink. Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, that's it.